హాయ్ ఫ్రెండ్స్, వెల్కమ్ టు యదుభూషణ్ అకాడమీ. టీఎస్పీఎస్సీ, ఏపీపీఎస్సీ మరియు ఇతర పోటీ పరీక్షలకు సంబంధించిన 1000కి పైగా వీడియోలు మా యాప్లో ఉన్నాయి. మా యాప్ను గూగుల్ ప్లేస్టోర్ ద్వారా డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకోండి. మా ఫోన్ నెంబర్ 9533219914.
Hi friends, today we are discussing about the Telangana Municipalities Act 2019. This Telangana Municipality Act 2019 has 7 chapters. We are discussing each and every chapter in detail. We have discussed the first chapter, that is preliminary and definitions, in 19 classes. We have discussed the first chapter and the 107 definitions in the first chapter in the videos number 1 to 19. And the second chapter we have discussed from the 20th video to 65 video. That totally 46 videos we have discussed about the constitution and composition of municipalities. That is the second chapter. And third chapter we have discussed it from the videos number 66 to 92. That is, we have discussed about the municipal revenue, that is the chapter 3, in 26 videos. And now we are in the fourth chapter, that is the statutory functions and responsibilities of the municipalities. We are discussing this chapter from the 93 class, and presently we are in the class number 110. This is the class number 110 and we are in the fourth chapter. The name of the chapter is Statutory Functions and Responsibilities of Municipalities. This fourth chapter has 15 subchapters and we are dealing with each and every subchapter and we are discussing each section in detail. Presently we are in the subchapter 10, that is control of infectious diseases. This subchapter 10, control of infectious diseases, has 6 sections. Sections from 153 to 158, that is 153, 154, 155, 156, 157 and 158. After going through these all 6 sections, we can understand the roles and responsibilities of the municipalities regarding the control of infectious diseases. Okay, let us start with the section number 153. This section number 153 is describing about the prevention of infectious diseases. So, who is responsible for preventing the infectious diseases which are prevailing in the region of a municipality? The answer is clear. The responsibility lies with the municipality. That is, the municipality has the whole and sole responsibility regarding the infectious diseases. This is described in the section 153. Is it clear? Next we go for the next section, that is section number 154. It is describing about the public health surveillance programs. That means the municipality has the responsibility to conduct the public health surveillance programs. What are the public health surveillance programs? That means the municipality has to do investigations for various types of infectious disease. Are there infectious diseases prevailing in this municipality region? Are there any new diseases? Are there any new infections? Municipality has always in the surveillance program of these types of programs. So the municipality has not a specialist body to investigate these matters. It has to coordinate all these matters with the medical and health department of the concerned government. That means the municipality has to coordinate regarding the public health surveillance programs with the medical and health department of the state government. This is mentioned in the section number 154 of this Telangana Municipalities Act 2019. Is it clear? Next we go for section number 155. What are the steps to be taken by the municipality for controlling the infectious diseases? These are some steps which have written in the act, that are municipality have to give, or municipality have to provide sufficient staff, municipality have to provide sufficient medicines, municipality have to provide sufficient appliances, sufficient instruments to the staff regarding the control of these infectious diseases. So it is the sole responsibility of the municipality for taking all types of steps for controlling these infectious diseases in the region of that municipality. These are mentioned in the section 155. Next we go for the section 156. This is about the principles. What are the principles to be followed by the municipality regarding the control of infectious disease? Municipality have to take the guidance and take the orders and advice from the controller, commissioner and director of municipal administration, and he has to take advice and guidance from the district administration, and always the municipality has to follow the guidelines given by the medical and health department. And what are the basic principles municipality have to follow? It have to conduct various diagnostic tests and various investigations, various health surveillance programs also. These are all described in the section 156. And next we go for the section 157. It is completely about the eradication of mosquitoes. You have to remember this section because it is the main responsibility of the municipality for eradicating mosquitoes. Because of mosquitoes, nearly 60 to 70% of infectious diseases are occurring in our region. So it is the chief responsibility of each and every municipality for the eradication of mosquitoes. What are the procedure? What are the steps to be taken for the eradication of mosquitoes? That means first the step the municipality has to take, that it should maintain the dump yards outside the city only, and there should not be no open dump yards. So because of the dump yards only and because of these sewerage only, mosquitoes are growing up daily. So it is the main responsibility of the municipality for the eradication of mosquitoes. For the eradication of mosquitoes, municipality should maintain all the dump yards outside the city. This is the first step. And the second step is municipality has to provide all types of disinfectant materials for spraying throughout the region of the municipality. That means that disinfectant materials are spraying materials which have the power to kill the larvae of mosquitoes. So it is the second step to be taken by the municipality. And the third step taken by the municipality is municipality has to import the gambusia fish which is capable of killing or eating all the larvae of mosquitoes which are fed up on the sewerage. So municipality has to take three important steps. The first step is all the dump yards should be out of the town only, and municipality should provide disinfectant material for spraying and killing the larvae of mosquitoes, and municipality should provide sufficient number of gambusia fish for eating the larvae of mosquitoes. These are the three important steps to be taken by the municipality if any municipality takes these steps, there should not be no infectious diseases which are occurring due to the arrival, due to the infection of mosquitoes. This is the 157 section, most important section. And you have to remember this section also, 158, because this section is related to the trade license. Trade license means it is a permission given by the municipality for doing any type of legal and professional trade in the areas of the municipality. What is the procedure for a trade license? There is a clear-cut procedure mentioned in the Telangana Municipalities Act 2019. What is the procedure? First, the procedure should be completely online only. There is no type of offline procedure situated for the trade license. So, if you have to apply for a trade license, you have to apply through online mode only, and you have to give such sufficient supportive documents. For example, there may be a type of no objection certificate from Pollution Control Board. So you have to attach these type of documents when you are applying online for the trade license. And if you are obtaining any type of no objection certificate from the neighborhood also, you have to submit that document also. So whatever you are submitting the documents, all the documents should be uploaded online only. And regarding this online, if you don't have any certificates, you have to give the self-certification model. We have already discussed about this self-certification model in the first chapter. That means if you do not have any certificates with yourself regarding the proofs, you have to give a certification to the government that I do have this certificate and I don't have this type of certificate. I am certifying that these and these are my capacities and these are my certificates. These are the self-certification model. So if you have to self-certify all the documents regarding trade license, then the trade license will be verified online only and it will be issued online only. There will be no issue of the offline mode. So we have to keep in mind these two sections. Because of the control of infectious diseases, 157 section, eradication of mosquitoes and its steps are most important. Regarding the trade license, because municipality is issuing many types of trade licenses, it is the main responsibility of the municipality to issue trade license as soon as possible through online mode only. So we have to remember this section only. Section 158, you have to remember that it is the responsibility of the municipality to issue trade licenses online only. To accept the trade license applications through online only, all the relevant documents are to be uploaded through online mode only, and self-certification should be done. If you are violated the rules and regulations of self-certification and you have made any ill intention and you have made any false statement, the municipality may give you a fine. Municipality may charge you a fine of 25 times of the, that is the penalty will be levied on you. So this is about the trade license. So these are the most important 6 sections we have discussed in the subchapter 10, that is control of infectious diseases. In the chapter 4, that is statutory functions and responsibilities of the municipalities.